Do you want to work from home? Do you want to be your own boss, make money doing what you love? Well, this video's for you. Hi, I'm shoemaker, cobbler, and entrepreneur Teri Edmonds. I make a living selling, making, and repairing shoes. In this Cobblers Masterclass, I'm going to share with you my top 15 skills that you can use in the comfort of your own home to make money doing what you love. Coming up. A brief history about me that I think makes this series of videos relatable to you. Growing up, I loved art and fashion design. But when I entered college, I knew that I had to have some kind of a skill that I thought would make me money. And so I chose accounting. And I did that, opened my own business, and it was successful. But I found myself in the day in and day out of the dregs of bookkeeping, sitting at a desk all day, looking at numbers all day. And I just knew that that wasn't my passion. So I set out to find my passion and I opened a shoe store. Well, I got lucky and I, through that, met people that turned me on to shoe cobbling. And I learned about it and shoemaking. And I discovered that, wow, there's this whole career and world available to earn money doing something I love. I work with paints, I work with leathers, I get to design things. My job always changes. Everything's different from client to client. And I just thought that, this has been really great. I'm not a starving artist. Shoe repair has been around for years and centuries. And that's because they provide a certain skill. They add value. They know how to fix things. So shoemaking, of course, people make shoes. But in cobbling, you're a shoe repairer. And I discovered that cobblers don't just fix shoes. They fix lots of things. People come to me for belts, handbags, luggage, saddles, all kinds of things. And I realized that of all the skills that I do in shoe repair, a lot of those you can learn and you can do from home and earn money for yourself. It could be a side gig. It could be something that you make a full-time career out of. But I just decided that I knew these were something that I should share with you. What excites me so much about this series of videos is that I get to do them from home. That's what's so great about shoe repair, is that you have so much versatility. One, it's gotten me through plenty of economic downturns, September 11th, the housing crisis, and whatever comes your way, people always need help fixing things. So that's really great news for you. The second great news for me is I get to do these videos from my home, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do them and all the tools that I need, which you'll see behind me. This is everything to accomplish all 15 tasks. The other perks of shoe repair is I get to be an artist and not a starving one. I get to work with paints, glues, dyes. I get to sew. I get to craft for a living, and it's really, really fun. I get to be my own boss, which is high on my priority list. Another fun perk is that I get to meet a lot of people. I get to help people that are having troubles, maybe somebody with a hip problem, somebody that's got one leg shorter than another, that's been suffering all their life with pain, and you see them walk out super happy. I mean, that's really rewarding. Plus I get to meet all kinds of people. Famous people, not so famous people, but you get to know a lot of people, and that also gives you a thriving business that I think helps carry you through all kinds of times. Keeping all of this in mind, I hope that the Cobblers Masterclass inspires you. Thank you so much for joining, and let's take a look at the workshop. So here we are in my outdoor workshop. Super awesome. I love the birds, I love the flowers. It's pretty inspiring, and it's really great to be working from home. Everything that you see here I'll be demonstrating in the entire set of videos. So let's get started. One video is going to be about this workshop toolkit that I got from Tandy Leather. It has everything I think that a person needs to actually start a nice workbench. I do add a couple of, in the video I'll go over every single piece, including the instruction manual that comes with it. But I also would include a couple of other items as far as tools go. Like, I love my French hammer. This is awesome. But you can use a regular hammer. I have a couple of my favorite nippers that I use. One sharp, one dull. Needle nose pliers, and of course this wrench, and my favorite screwdriver. And then I also include this workbench includes some of the marble slab and the hole punching plastic slab. So that's pretty nice, but I'll go over those in detail. The second video is about the Craft Tool Pro hand press. This toolkit has the hand tools that do the trick, which is what I've been using over my entire shoe repair career until I met Tandy, and Tandy set me up with the Craft Tool Pro hand press, which is awesome. If you're going to take your crafting to the next level of trying to make money and do a little career, I'd say, step up your game with something. This is affordable, and it makes everything precise. So I'll demonstrate that. I have a full series of each of the dies that they offer for it, so it can do grommets, snaps, all kinds of goodies. So we'll go over that. And then another thing that I use a lot of is gluing. I do so much gluing in my business. Just the elements make shoes, the glue dries and shoes fall apart, so you can always find somebody who needs shoe gluing. Another category would be like people who buy Nikes. Those guys just love their Nikes, Air Jordans and things, so I get a lot of business doing that. So we'll cover that, including all the supplies. The next would be shoe polish. Of course, I do a lot of shoe polish as a shoe repair. It's just kind of a basic thing. And so I'll cover all the supplies and things that you can have at home that you can have to service others. Another great thing is sewing. There are so many crafters out there that know how to sew, and you'd be surprised the kind of business you can drum up if you know how to sew. Whether it's hemming pants or, for me, stitching leather. I get all kinds of things. I'll be demonstrating a leather vest. Bikers like to have those patches put on their vests. I'll also be demonstrating some equestrian things, such as some chaps, some rodeo chaps. I'll be installing a zipper to show you the kind of thickness that this sewing machine can go through. So that's really great, and I'll be covering all of the tools that I use with the sewing, especially for sewing leather. I also, one of my top viewed videos is about shoe stretching, and I think it's because people have such wide feet. The shoe industry is just behind the times, and so being able to help people stretch their shoes is a great skill to have, and it's really easy. So we'll cover that. We'll also be doing, I repair a lot of belts. I also make belts, so I'm going to show you both of those. I'm going to do a custom belt for a client. This is one of mine that I've made. And then I'm also going to repair a couple of belts doing different methods, either sewing or using the craft tool hand press, doing rivets. And then moving on to shoe painting. Of course, I love painting because I am an aspiring artist, and it gives me a chance to play with fun colors and things. So I'll be doing a couple of demonstrations for you on that. Plus I'll include some links on some other demonstrations that really cover the complexity of mixing colors. So that's really fun. And then another thing that I get is shoe cleaning, and especially nowadays, it's really good to help people clean their shoes, sanitize their shoes. And so I'll show you my main products that I use for that. And then also I do a lot of dyeing. I either dye leather using leather dyes, or I also dye fabric. So I do prom shoes, wedding shoes. Some people like to have their whole gala matching their dress, and so I'll demonstrate that for you. I'll do 2 of those here. And then I'm also going to do a video on insoles, just because that's another really big popular one. So all in all, you're going to find 15 of some of the most common projects that I get paid to help people with. So I hope you find all of that interesting. All of the supplies, everything you see here is available on my Amazon shopping cart. So if you go click this link, it takes you to my website. You hit the Amazon button and it goes right to my Amazon shopping cart. And I have everything organized by category, just like you see here. So it's super easy. And I'll be showing you that throughout the series. So thanks again for joining me and watching this series. I think you'll be inspired by it. Leave your comments down below. I'd love to chat, find out what you thought was the most interesting. And thanks again for supporting my channel. So coming to you from Maui, Hawaii, aloha.